Hey guys, welcome back to Crypto Consciousness YouTube channel. I wanted to make this video yesterday, but I got a bit busy with other cryptos and a lot of advising. So today I will finally make it, and it's probably a good moment to make it. The market seems to be quite in the red, and if anyone saw my video last night about Bitcoin, they were prepared to short trade Bitcoin. It has broken downwards, and we would be in a significant profit here. We said to enter in around 73.8, and we're about $3,000 in profit thereabouts. So yeah, if you're shorting that, that's a significant percent. If you're using leverage, of course, that 3.5% goes to got a lot higher percentage. All right, so let's have a look. Why I'm making this video today. This is the moment that I've finally been able to talk about Theta and Theta Fuel. Some of my biggest holdings are these two, and I've been in them for over a year now. We've seen massive multiples in these markets. We've got Theta. It's hitting last night. It hit $14 Australian. For those who are in Australia, it's good to know Aussie pricing. And those who are in the States, if we go over here, let's see. We'll go back to Theta, but Theta is the mothership. Okay, what is Theta? Let's have a quick look at their website. Brilliant idea. Highly recommend looking into this further. To me, I'm impressed with what they've done. I've seen them grow, and this is just tapping into a massive market. Next generation video delivery. It's almost like you're peer-to-peer sharing it, in a sense, your network, rather than relying on one centralized server. Everybody shares a bit of the data for streaming and for gaming and so on. So there's an intro video there. Definitely check that out. It says thetatoken.org is the website, so you can jump in there. Let's have a look. So Theta is obviously they're coming out with 3.0, but the main net, and it's the main infrastructure. What Tfuel, Theta Fuel, it is what basically the wording says it is. It is the fuel of Theta network. So anything that happens as far as earning and streaming, there is a generating of that Tfuel, and that's something you'll find out the more you dive into it and look into it. Oh, it's pulling back. All right, we'll get into that in a second. All right, so have a look. Theta basically, good news as well. They've recently had a second US patent, which was for the ultra-high transactions throughout micro payments to support decentralizing video and data delivery. So these are all significant for those, particularly in the esports, in the gaming industry. There's even a really cool thing, which is Theta TV, and Theta TVs, people can do like what they do at YouTube, upload, do videos and have a whole channel there. But no surprise, have a look who the co-founder is, Stephen Chang from YouTube. So that's got to tell you something. You reckon he's a smart guy? Do you reckon he knows a few things? I reckon he's awesome. I reckon he knows what he's talking about. And there's a great team behind him as well, or next to him, shall I say. Have a look worldwide. They are all over. They've got live networks. You've got edge nodes, guardian nodes, and enterprise validator nodes. So there's the three types of nodes. And just so you understand what that means, that's what holds in a sense, in Bitcoin, it holds the ledger. So it holds the network. It holds the sharing data. And it's what brings it to power to this infrastructure and its uniqueness. Have a look here. If you do go to the website, you can actually generate Theta Fuel at the moment by basically setting up a Theta node. We'll talk, where is it? The Edge node is what you want to be doing. Here it is, Theta Edge node. You can download it for Windows or Mac, and it looks like, I'm running it in the back here, you can have a look. Looks like this. So once you log in, you've got it there, and it just basically generates jobs. You can see on the side it does catch computing power, and it just basically uses your computer and your electricity to tap into and sharing that information. And on the side there, you can see that you earn Theta Fuel, and then that goes up into a little account which refreshes every month. So that's just refreshed. I've noticed though since probably a week ago that's dropped down the earnings significantly, maybe because Theta Fuel has increased so much in price, but I do hear that they are going to be fixing that and increasing the earning capacity, so that's something to look forward to. All right, so that's the Theta Edge node. Not hard to run, and you just open it up, leave it running in the background on your computer. You can do the Guardian node, but I myself have had problems with the Guardian node, so I don't recommend that if you're not, especially if you're not tech savvy. So just stay away from that. So that's the website if you want to have a look at that. Let's go to the charts. Theta Fuel. Here we are. I've got this in US dollar. So we're at 39. Let's go and change that to Aussie dollar for those in Australia. Where is the Aussie? Oi, oi, oi. Here we go. All right, we're at 51 cents. Who would have thought when I was looking at this was 1.5 cents and then bought a little bit more at 3.5 cents, and now we're at 51 cents. It's a massive increase. It's brilliant because we do know it's a utility. It's going to be used so much. It's already being used, and it rivals so many great infrastructures that are out there already. So here's the chart. You can see it's really spiked in the last week and a bit, and it's really taken off. And the market cap on here is not announced, so we don't really know where that's at the moment. But there is a correlation between the Theta market cap and the Tfuel. There'll be some good things coming through it. Tfuel will give some burning. They'll have some burning going on, which will give reduction in how many tokens are out there. So there's a lot of good tokenomics behind that, and that's why I really do like it. So it's got a real use case, and it solves a lot of problems, as in the data sharing aspect. And I making this, we had these charts ready to go yesterday. So about here saying, all right, we're just watching this, waiting for a breakout here. Not a huge amount of volume. I'd like to see more volume in that. You can see it's just there, 38 million. The spike was at the 200 million the other week. So yeah, look, the good news is we are still breaking out, which is good. On a Fibonacci, what I've done is run a Fibonacci from a low point to the high point. What I don't like about this setup is that it is a double top that we're looking at here on a daily chart. So that is significant to look for a reversal. But when I say reversal, we could be saying maybe 100% of the move. So for Tfuel, we'd be looking at around, let's go about here just to be on the safe side, 33 cents. But I do doubt it because it is such a strong bull market at the moment that we are seeing some pretty impressive things. While everything is down let's see, where is, what's Bitcoin doing? Wow, okay, so it's really breaking down. So while most things are down, you'll see that Theta is up 4%, and just look for another green. There you go. Tfuel is up. And this has been a significant. I've noticed it 3 times already when the market's quite red over a few consecutive days. Tfuel and Theta are actually up, with a couple of others as well, but these two seem to be leading the bull run. So the money's there. So we're already in the top 10, are we? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, we've just clocked the top 10, which is really, really exciting news for Theta. So do you think it'll get more recognized? Possibly. Fundamentally, there's a lot of money flooding into Theta and Tfuel. Have we got Theta up? We have. But check out that parabolic movement that we've been witnessing. A lot of people might have sold out there at the $10 mark, just like what happened with Chainlink, but it did continue on. So it's a very solid uptrend, very solid bull market we're seeing here on Theta. So it being so parabolic, though, I always warn caution for every trader who sees this kind of straight upness. It's something you just want to be cautious, because you can see even this candle is really pulling back. But that's obviously people taking profit at $14, but there's still buying going on. So you can see there's a lot of buying in this candle here. It's significant. So while the market's down, people are probably shifting a lot of their money to save it from going any further down in red into something that's moving forward. And Theta is obviously that unicorn at the moment. But we do want to be realistic. So always be prepared for a correction of some sort. I'd be looking at the tip of $10. But even better and more excitingly healthy would be something around, I don't think we'll see this, but if we see $6.50 roughly, and again, just here though, $9, I'd put a buy order in at $9, and this will kind of give a nice continuation of the current trend that we're seeing here. Boom, right there. So $8.50 to $9 would be a lovely buy-in. Whether it goes there, I highly doubt it. So I'd be more inclined to put a little bit of an order in at $10 to buy a bit more, and then a little bit more at $8.50. just at the bottom where there's a bit of touch points coming on through here. So hopefully that helps, and because don't FOMO in at the top here. Give yourself a few days, be patient, see what the market does. Only thing is, of course, the market can run away from us and continue craziness, like what we saw with Chainlink at the start of that last year, and mid-April last year was going a bit nuts. But then it eventually did correct a bit, and then obviously took off again, had two massive waves. So this could be what we see with Theta. Tfuel, you can see I'm running the Fibonacci. What would be a reasonable buy-in if we do pull back? This is pretty solid on the daily. It's a pretty solid bull flag, or we could call that. We could call it a descending triangle, but it's almost a little bit of a bull flag as well. You could draw that as. If we pull back on a strong market, it will only be around here to 38. What are we at? 38 cents. If we get a little bit more of a correction and the market's wanting to recorrect it a bit more, we could be looking at 31 cents, 50% of the Fibonacci, and then obviously the golden ratio down here at 25 cents. But I highly, highly doubt that. I actually don't think we will see lower than 30 cents again. But again, that's just my opinion. You decide what you think. This candlestick, we can see that it's obviously pumped up to 60 cents and it's now pulled back to 50 cents. So anyone that sort of got in on that breakout could be potentially a quick trade, and watching out for a previous resistance point, which is that all-time high just there. So 60 cents is now the all-time high, 61.5 it is. But for those who are looking for a solid investment and a long-term investment that's a solid project, check these two out. Highly recommend Theta and Theta Fuel. Really love them, love what they're doing, and I think it's a real product that can be sold and continue to grow. Something I didn't mention, which I'd love to mention about now, is their partnerships. Check this out. I don't think I mentioned it. No. So Enterprise Validator is there. That's one of the three validators, nodes that I was mentioning. You've got Google, Sony, Samsung, Binance, Blockchain, and Gummy. I don't know Gummy, but the rest I do. When you're talking to have $6 billion worth of tokens, I think it's 500 million that they needed to have to be a validator of this sort. The other nodes, Guardian node is 1,000 Thetas you need to own before you can start staking with the Guardian node and start generating Tfuel from that. And then for Theta Edge node, you don't really need to have a certain amount, I believe. You just need to, and if you do, it's probably that 1,000. And then as long as you're running the Edge node, I think you don't really need anything. So, but double check that. But these validators, big companies, they're being backed by some pretty big money. So it's not really set up to fail. It's set up to succeed. And if YouTube's anything to look by that, then we can be sure that these guys are here to say it's a decentralized system rather than a centralized system, which most people are sort of over now and wanting to move towards this decentralization, which is what blockchain specializes in. So yeah, some big partnerships and some big names backing it. Hopefully you find this helpful. Even though the market will obviously correct at some point, just be prepared. Invest what you can. Only invest what you can afford to lose, meaning have a stop loss if you are going to buy in. Here in Australia, we use coinspot.com.au. I've got a referral code if you want to sign up. If you are using Binance and trading in US currencies exchanges, these prices will be slightly different. Do I have those up here? Just on this one here, I had in US dollars. So we'll go back to US dollars. Where are you? There you are. Okay, so Tfuel, if we get a correction in US dollars, might be around the 35 cents. So, I doubt it though. I think we're now continuing our climb because there is so much hype around this. So that's also why, just be careful if you are buying into an area of hype. You can see just in 1 year, this 22,000%, 22,500% is really massive movements that have come through. So yeah, just be careful of buying up high and FOMOing into this, but do keep it on your radar and do your research. Obviously, this is not a financial advice. This is my opinion, and this is what I've been doing for trading it and what I'm looking at if I am looking at buying back in. But Theta, I think, is still a buy. I think you're just scraping in the highest point, but I'd be putting in an order even if you just want to be comfortable at around $10.80, just to continue that uptrend momentum there. I'll get rid of that. So yeah, if it continues its beautiful uptrend, we might just keep seeing it climbing. So fingers crossed. If you're already in it, congratulations, good luck. If you enjoyed this video, please click a like on YouTube, share it around with your friends in Facebook. I'll be updating you guys more and more with what I'm trading and the tokens and coins that I'm looking at and also invested in, and updating you as well on Bitcoin and Ethereum, how I see the markets unfolding and opportunities to preserve your wealth, but most importantly to grow your wealth. There's no point having a certain amount of dollars sitting in a bank doing nothing, earning really, really low interest. Get it to work and be putting that money where you feel is a valuable investment to help encourage new innovation, moving away from old systems and to invest towards new systems. So really, one thing to think about is how do we truly vote on a day-to-day level? It's using our dollars. So vote with your dollars and keep positive. And get your trading mindset clear. So when you're entering a token, at what price would you be happy to sell some of that to realize that profit? Also have a stop loss to know what you're prepared to lose. So if you had a $10,000 investment, would you be prepared to lose 5% of that or 10% of that to just give it room to breathe and potentially continue up? If 10%, so you're prepared to lose 1,000, so you have your stop loss at that 10%. Once it triggers, you're out of that position and you reassess it. Make sure you have a take profit as well, so a target. Obviously, if you're hodling and you don't really care, you just want to invest in it and stay with it because, for those who did it in Ethereum 2016, you'd be a multi-millionaire. Bitcoin, a bit earlier than that, you'd be a millionaire. And that's a really special move that's occurring. I believe Theta is a big mover, and yesterday we did Dent, which is another one that can give you an update on. It's still climbing. We went as high as 1.6 cents, and we've just pulled back to our 13 cents. We did the video around the 9.5 cent mark, around here somewhere. So those who took the profit, congratulations. And again, I will be doing more of this so you can continue to hopefully profit from these moves. All right, have an awesome day, and remember to subscribe to my channel for more updates. See you in the next video.